Hello, everyone, and welcome to another video reaction for Okay, Here is the Story. I am Dee Burns. It's Funny Friday. Yay. Um, I am going to do 3 videos today. I'm back to Ricky and Roscoe, Breadstick Ricky and the boss. I'm going to do 2 of those. The first one is Ricky wants Deborah fired immediately. And then the other one, oh, excuse me, is Roscoe is up for retirement. And then after those 2, the third one I'm going to do is Zach Rushing. I haven't done him in a while. And apparently his Friday's not going that well. So we're going to check in with him on that one. Okay, so let's get started. Before we do, you guys know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry, my brain today. Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And here we go. Ricky wants Deborah fired immediately. And if you remember, Deborah is Ricky's girlfriend. Okay, here we go.
I want you to fire Deborah right now.
Okay. Yeah, and people in hell want ice water too. Look, you can't just have what you want. I'm sorry. She hasn't done anything to get fired, Deborah. You're fine. I know I am. He just doesn't like to see me flirting with other men at work.
It has nothing to do with that. I do not find you attractive. I've already made it clear to everyone here, I had aluminum poisoning for 3 months while we dated. I was in a constant state of delirium. I was hallucinating 24 hours a day for 3 solid months. The same amount of time that we just so happened to be dating. I think you were making it worse secretly when you made me them sandwiches.
Oh.
Look, it doesn't even have anything to do with that either. I found out she's been using witches on Etsy to curse me.
Oh my goodness, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Deborah, did you get on Etsy and pay a witch to curse him? Maybe.
Maybe.
God forbid. I support a small female-owned business, I guess. Hey, good on you for supporting small business. That's what makes the world go round. And I mean, guys, I just feel like this isn't a work problem. I feel like it's a y'all problem.
Yeah.
Could you not bring it to work? And I mean, honestly, do you even have any proof that she's cursing you with the witches?
Yes, I have proof. And a confirmation number at that. They send you courtesy emails when they hex you. And they also send you a link for a $9.99 reversal hex.
Oh, well, that's a smart
which is
business.
good business.
Yeah.
She's cursing me though. And she's giving out my personal information.
I have a confirmation number. Oh, Ricky. Okay, here we go.
She's cursing me though. And she's giving out my personal information. That kind of makes me more mad than the hex. She gives some random person my email. God knows what they're gonna sign me up for.
Yeah.
I need newsletters for 3 years.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I'm finna sign you up for all kind of shit.
Yeah, right?
Why? Why would you do that? Look, I can't work around this.
Look, I get where you're frustrated, but I mean, honestly, this has nothing to do with work, guys. I mean, really, this is just a problem in your personal lives that you're bringing to work.
Yeah.
Maybe get over it. I mean, honestly, even if she is using Etsy witches to curse you, I mean, it's not actually like it's working, right? Right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I do have an ingrown toenail right now, and none of the beers I've drank the last week have been exceptionally cold. They've all just been slightly cooler than room temperature.
Oh.
Which I find odd because they're in the refrigerator all day while I'm at work.
Okay. I mean, that's bad. Maybe your refrigerator's just going out.
That would be a bad thing to do to someone, especially when they like their cold beer. Just have it slightly warmer than room temperature, even though it's been in the fridge all day. That would be mean. That would be mean. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I mean, that's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe your refrigerator's just going out. Or is that something specific you asked for? Well, the curse I bought was only $12.99, and it was a minor inconvenience witch, not a major inconvenience witch. So I'd say those are lining up pretty good. I'm going to have to leave a good review. I'll be honest, making someone only drink hot beer for $12.99, that's diabolical.
Yeah.
Look, guys, either way, though, this is a personal problem, not bringing it into work. I can't fire her. She'd sue us for wrongful termination. You need to stop trying to hex or curse him with Etsy witches. That's just rude. Let's just get back to work, act like none of this happened, and, we'll go on about our day. And stop saying you got aluminum poisoning for 3 months and dated her.
Yeah.
We would have noticed the aluminum poison after week 3. We didn't. It wasn't aluminum poisoning. You just had a lapse in judgment. No offense, Deborah. You need to get over it.
No offense, Deborah.
Let this breakup end gracefully. Stop arguing and fighting.
Okay, whatever. I'm over it. That's fine. I'll just go about my day. And
Oh,
I think I just pulled a muscle in my back.
Deborah, was that you? Maybe.
maybe.
I mean, that might have been the $25.99 medium inconvenience insta-curse. Deborah, you need to stop this. That is not nice. What happens for the major inconvenience? How much is that?
Okay, this one is that was fun. That one was funny. Oh my gosh, poor Deborah, and I mean poor Ricky. They shouldn't even be together, those two. Okay, the next one is Roscoe's up for retirement. You're gonna go home and spend time with the wife. Oh no, here's another one where Roscoe doesn't really like his wife. They've been married forever, but he doesn't really like her. Okay, well let's get into this one. Here we go.
Hey, congratulations, Roscoe. I heard you up for retirement. Retirement? What are you talking about, son? Oh, well, a couple guys up in the office was talking about that you were up for retirement this year, and so I just assumed that you were retiring. You see right there, assuming. You know what assuming does, don't you, son? Makes an ass out of you.
You and me.
Not me. You know, that second part's stupid as hell, okay? Assuming just makes an ass out of you, okay? I'm not retiring. I've been up for retirement for like 10 years in a row. It's not going to happen. Y'all can keep asking me, but the answer's always going to be no. I will keep my job. All right, I get it. You're not retiring. Unbunch that adult diaper for me a little bit, all right? I just assumed since you were up for retirement that you were going to retire. Maybe, you know, go spend some more time with your wife or something. Go home and spend time with my wife, son. I've been married over 60 years, okay?
Oh, 60 years.
I love that wench, but I can't fucking stand her. All right? I've been with her for 60 consecutive years. You know what consecutive means? One right behind the motherfucking other, okay? I've done spent plenty of time with her. I'm not going to retire and quit my job. Go spend more time with her. Okay? I love her to death, but me and we could not last all day, every day together, okay? We couldn't spend every waking hour together. Because one of us would end up in a nursing home or the ground.
Oh.
And me personally, I kind of think she'd take me out first because I take a lot of midday naps. When I wake up sometimes, she's looking at me. I get a little scared. So I'm not going to retire. Long story short, I'm not retiring.
That's kind of creepy.
Oh, shit, man. That actually kind of sounds a little terrible, actually. I want to know you're older, but I mean, why are you putting up with that? I mean, that's a little much, isn't it? I mean, wouldn't it be better off to be happy alone and not worried about getting taken out in the middle of a midday nap? You see, son, that's what's wrong with your generation right there. Things start getting hard, y'all throw in the towel and call it quits. Shit, me and my generation, I mean, you have any idea how many times that woman I'm with has thrown a toaster to me while I've been in the bathtub?
Oh.
I mean, I had to install GFCI outlets in my bathroom because I couldn't see right out of the corner of my eye after we got a remodel. Okay? You know how many times I have undercooked her chicken breast on the grill to see if she can beat salmonella?
Oh, dear.
We love each other. Well, we do get tired of each other, but we bounce back quick.
Undercooked.
And honestly, I mean, the life insurance policy I have on her and she has on me, whichever one of us goes first from natural causes, the other's going to just be loaded.
Really?
So that's what we're kind of waiting on, you know. That's how you do things. You don't quit, you ride it out together.
Yeah.
And y'all's generation just don't do that no more. That's y'all's problem. Wait a second. Y'all are just in this together, riding it out at this point, just seeing which one of you is going to get the life insurance?
Yeah.
And did you just say that she has thrown a toaster to you in the bathtub? No, son. Obviously, we're not in it for the life insurance. We love each other. There's been plenty of wonderful evenings and beautiful mornings together watching the sun go up and go down. We've had a wonderful life together, have many grandkids, and she has thrown 7 toasters and 2 record players meanwhile I've been in the bathtub. I think one of them was a radio player when they first came out. It isn't 82. But regardless, we stuck it out through the hard times and all the attempted murder. Okay, and we were better for it. We loved each other more because we knew we were more resilient. I could have called it quits and not caught that toaster at any time. I caught every single one of them she threw because I wanted to be with her another day. That's something your generation just don't understand, is sticking it out. And I hope you understand it one day, son.
Okay, and then a final video for today, like I said, is Zach Rushing. He came out with this one last week or the week before, Not a Normal Friday. And usually when he does these, they're very funny. He's had a situation where his Friday's just terrible. So let's get into it. Let's see where this goes. Okay.
Chick-fil-A be messing with my damn morals. I ain't saying they don't make me a better person every time I go there. I'm just telling you it's fucking with my daily norm.
Okay.
Let me tell you a little story. This morning, I'm having a shitty morning. Woke up, went to go make coffee. I am completely out of coffee. All right, so I said, what's going to make my day better? Because it ain't starting off good. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And I pull into Chick-fil-A. All right, now the damn line is wrapped around the building twice, which they're probably going to have their food in like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm in my F-350 and I can't.
I'm just going to stop here for a second. And I'm going to say, no matter how much you do not like Chick-fil-A, they have the drive-through thing down pat. I mean, they have that down pat. Like he said, the line can be around the building 2 times, and you're going to get your order in like 7 minutes. I mean, they move that quickly. They're that efficient. They have the drive-through thing down. They have it down. I don't know how they do it, but they have it down.
The building twice, which they're probably going to have their food in like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm in my F-350 and I can't get through the drive-through line. So I parked and I walked inside. Now, when I walked inside, I got in line behind a man who I could obviously tell was homeless, but he's got some cash in his hand, so he's good. You know, I'm like, hey, man's just trying to get him some food. Man gets up to the damn counter. This is where shit started to go astray. Man gets up to the counter, and there's this little girl working behind the counter. She may be like 16 years old, like barely old enough to have a job. And this man, I heard him say this. He goes, ma'am, I have $5. What's the most food that I can get for $5? And she's going through the menu with him, making sure that he's going to get as much food as he possibly can. Well, after they get his order together, she rings him up and everything, and he goes to hand her his $5. She looked at this man and she said, no, sir, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to be your blessing today. You hold on to that for later. I'm going to pay for your breakfast. She reaches in her.
Okay. I'm just going to say that my oldest son, Hunter, that was his first job, was Chick-fil-A. And I'm here to tell you, there are kids there like this girl. They would reach into their pocket. I can see, I will tell you, when I went to Chick-fil-A, when he was working there, all the kids there called me mom. I was probably there a little bit more than what I should have been. Because, I love Chick-fil-A. But yeah, they would all call me mom and give me hugs. And, the kids that work there are just that way. If you want to have hope in the next generation, go to Chick-fil-A. That's how their employees are. And they are. They're young kids like that.
Blessing today. You hold on to that for later. I'm going to pay for your breakfast. She reaches in her pocket, puts her money in the register, okay, takes her change, puts it back in her pocket, and hands the man a receipt. The man looks at the little girl and says, ma'am, you don't have to do that. She said, sir, I need to do that.
Yeah.
And please allow me to. He said, well, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. And the man grabs his receipt and walks over there and waits for his food. Now, it is now my turn. I wanted some chicken minis to turn my whole day around. I wanted a box of them bitches, and I was going to get a box of them, and I was going to go smash city because I needed something to make me feel good. And a sweet tea. So I order my food and I go over there and stand by him. Now, he's not bothering anybody. He's just standing there waiting on his food. The food comes, he grabs it, and he walks out the door. About 2 seconds later, my food comes to the damn counter. I grab mine and I walk outside to my truck. I put my truck in reverse. I back out of my parking spot and I pull around the building. When I pulled around the building, I see the man with his bag of Chick-fil-A. He walks over to a curb where all of his stuff was at. And I noticed something horrendous. He's got a puppy. And I watched this man sit down on the curb next to his puppy. He opened up that bag and dumped everything in that bag out and pushed it all to his puppy. Do you realize the type of person and how rare it is? But do you realize the type of person that it takes to take every ounce of food that this man has and probably used every dollar that he has and dumped it on the ground and pushed it over to his puppy? The only being on this whole earth that does not judge him.
Yeah.
He just pushed it over and the dog starts eating. Well, now I have this little voice inside my head. It's called a conscience. It's like, what, you can't just allow this to happen. So what did I do? I pull in by PetSmart, run inside real quick, grab a 20-pound bag of damn dog food because I didn't want to get him to 50 pounds because I didn't want him to hold it, like have to carry it and stuff. I am a 20-pound bag of dog food, and I pull over there and I walk up to him and I said, sir, look here, man, I was standing behind you in Chick-fil-A and I saw what that little girl did for you, and that was an act of random kindness. Yeah. And I've always been told that an act of random kindness can always inspire another, and I feel that I need to do this. So I went back to my truck, grabbed a 20-pound bag of dog food, brought it to him, and then I gave him all of my chicken minis and my sweet tea.
Oh.
He looks at me. He says, sir, what are you going to eat? I said, buddy.
Right. I got money.
I may have an empty stomach, but I'm going to have a full heart today. Yeah. Knowing that I helped somebody. And he stood up and he went to go shake my hand, and I said, can I have a hug? And he said, only under one condition. I said, what's that, buddy? He said, can I say a quick prayer real quick? And I said, absolutely, because I never turn down a time when anybody wants to pray for me, because I need it. He grabs my hand and we pull in close and he starts praying. And in this prayer, he said, Lord, I want to thank you for this gentleman. I didn't even have time to catch his name, but to go out of his way and to give me some food for the simple fact that I wanted to take care of my best friend and give my best friend my food. I have a new best friend today, and he's giving me his. Thank you for putting this type of love in this gentleman's heart, and please continue to bless him and bless all of our troops overseas, because I was once one of them. So not only was this man homeless, gave all of his food to his dog, the only being that doesn't judge him and his best friend in the world, he is also a United States veteran. Yeah. I can't tell y'all the morning that I had. I can't put it into words about what it means, but for a shitty morning to start off like it did and turn into one of the most fulfilling days of my entire life, and it ain't even 10 a.m. yet, that's God's work right there. And to the little girl behind the counter who felt the need to pay for that man's food this morning for no reason at all, thank you, because your act of random kindness made me a better person today. Yep. There's y'all's Friday morning lift up right there. Hope it inspires somebody. Shit.
Shit. That's what he always ends his videos with. I'm sorry, I thought that was going to be funnier than what it was, but it should inspire. I hope it inspires you guys to pay it forward, the random act of kindness. You know, that last video had many soapboxes that I could get on, like the fact that we don't take care of our veterans here in this United States, and that we don't try to help our homeless, and we don't help those who are hungry. We are the richest country in the world, and we send so much money overseas that we could send to, or that we could use to help our homeless and our troops and are hungry. You know, if there was one thing that I learned through the, United States sickness, I can't say the word on YouTube, it was that we had food. When that first broke out and nobody was going to restaurants, at least the restaurants here in Milwaukee, I don't know, maybe it wasn't the same around the world, but the ones here in Milwaukee, they were standing outside with bags of food and they were telling people, come get it, it's going to spoil, come get it. You know, why doesn't our restaurants do that at the end of the day when they have leftover food? Why do they not say, here, come get it? Or take it to a homeless shelter and feed those people. I don't know. That's a soapbox I don't want to get on. That's another show. Maybe Tanya and I will talk about that one day on Chain of Events. So, okay, well, there's your Funny Friday. Don't forget, go to the tab on my channel that under podcasts. That's where Tanya and I are doing Chain of Events. And the last few ones have been pretty funny. They've been pretty funny. it truly shows the relationship between Tanya and I, who she is my healthcare worker. And you know, we have a funny relationship. And so go over there, watch a few of those episodes. I think we have 4 uploaded. So this week should be number 5. So okay, well, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And you know what? Pay it forward. Do an act of kindness. And you know what? I love you guys. Bye.